Hello my beautiful babes, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to honestly see my face more frequently than you typically do. But today I'm excited because honestly I'm going to be indulging in one of the things that I love doing, and honestly one of the things that my platform or my YouTube channel is even built on, which is hair. I'm excited to get into it. I feel like today's video is like a little project of bringing to life what it is that I envision for my fall look. As you guys know, the color of the leaves are changing, and as one must do, you have to do like Mother Nature and follow suit. So I really want my hair and hair color to reflect that of the fall. You know, the fall season. And there's so much that happens in the fall season where as your summer closet is leaving, you're bringing in your fall closet. And I feel like the same needs to be true with your hairstyles as well. So today I'm really gonna be indulging in a color that I've been trying to get into for a while. And we're really gonna be playing in some reds and a bit of purple as well. I'll put on the screen exactly what I'm going for. I'm gonna bring this hair color to life using 3 of these L'Oreal Technique True Red permanent hair colors, and then one of the violet version. I have the exact names down below, but essentially with these hair dyes, all you need is developer, whether that be 20, 30, or 40 volume developer, depending on the brightness of the color that you want. And if you use this, you're able to take your hair straight from its natural color into the color that you want without having to like bleach the hair first. And you know, I feel like that process is just a lot longer. So I decided to go for those, and I added a violet color because I wanted to have like a hue of like burgundy, but more so on the purple side of burgundy. But we'll see how that turns out. I'm also pairing it up with 20 volume developer because I don't want the brightness of the hair to be too bright. Y'all saw the pictures of like what I'm going for, and I really just want this to be like a muted burgundy, purplish, reddish hair color. So yeah, that's my fall color. Excited to see how that turns out. Even more excited because I get to be working with a company that I've worked with before and I've put in you guys' faces at least a couple times by now. It is Asteria hair. Y'all know these boxes are always filled with some goodies. I have a wig cap, cute. We have a wig band, cute. We have some lashes that we know we're not gonna get into, but that's cute. A brush, cute. And these I always make use of. They're little bags. I always make use of that, so cute. I requested their 26-inch body wave hair. I always do the small cap size because that just works better for me. And then I also got the 250% density. And this is essentially what the hair looks like straight out of the box. And although I'm already knowing that it's gonna be fire out of the box, sometimes you just need to customize your own hair just a little bit. This is what it's giving. I like the fact that they curled it for me. However, I think I actually want like a straight look. But yeah, it looks undeniably gorgeous straight out of the pack. The hair is always so soft and just easy to maintain. In the times that I've worked with them in the past, I did curly hair both times. Or maybe it's been 3 times at this point. But either way, I've always done their curly hair and I've always had a good experience with their curly hair. So I just kind of figured that if I did body wave hair, I should have a similar, if not better, experience. Because you guys know curly hair is very, very hard to maintain. But the ones that I have from them, it's honestly not that difficult to maintain. Like I even had one of their curly hairs that I now wear crimped, and it maintains its crimped look like beautifully. Anyways, this is the hair. Super beautiful. The hair came pre-plucked as well, which is great because that means I don't have to sit so long in the stylist chair. Like I'm really not trying to spend my entire day plucking hair. Like that process takes way too long for me, and I'm just happy that they made the process a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm gonna be transforming this into a fall color. It's gonna maintain its length for the most part, and I know for a fact that getting this hair to the color that I want is gonna be very simple. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and we're going to transform her into a fall baddie, and I'm excited for that. Oh, it's also a 13 by 6. Totally forgot that I picked that, but their 13 by 6 is a full 13 by 6, both on the sides. They were not stingy in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, let's see what she's giving when we're done with her. I feel like I haven't done a hairstyle in a while that really like shakes me up a bit. Like I either have gotten a little bit too comfortable with the hairstyles that I have now, or I'm like a little less experimental. Either way, both of those options are bad. So I'm really trying to maintain my steez a little bit with this transformation. And you know, just because it's not hot outside anymore, it doesn't mean I should now stop being a hot babe. Ow. So I'm actually going to be achieving this color using 3 of L'Oreal Techniques Chroma True Reds in the, I guess this is the shade Chroma Garnet. So you have 3 of these, one of the violet ones, the violet color ones, and this is in the shade H19 True Violet. So essentially I'm going to be mixing these 3 or all 4 of these together, and I'm going to be mixing it with the 20 volume developer because I don't want this to be too bright. So I want this to be subtle enough to where I can like wear it every single day, but I still want it to have like a pop of color, if that makes sense. And I'm also mixing it with the violet color because I really love when like burgundy hair colors have like a hue of like purple in it. It's not like a straight red. You can definitely tell that there's a bit of purple in there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. 20 volume developer so we can maintain the darkness of the color. If you want it to be like the same color but like just a brighter shade, you can definitely still mix these 2 different colors with a 30 volume or 40 volume developer. So honestly, pick your poison with this. I've chosen the one that I've chosen because I know exactly the look that I'm going for, and I can't stop touching this hair. Like, I hope it maintains these as we color it, shall, but we'll be finding that out together and see how trustworthy Asteria hair is in terms of their hair quality. It's honestly been so long since I dyed hair, so this is an experiment in itself, not only for me, but for you guys as well, because hopefully this color does come out exactly as I envisioned. I spent a little bit of time at Sally's trying to figure out the correct red shades to get, and honestly I googled a couple of things as well, trying to see if there was like, you know, some pictures or like some type of like video or tutorial of like, you know, getting the exact color that I wanted, but I wasn't able to find it. So yeah, I honestly just did a little bit of girl math while I was at the store in hopes that all of these colors are going to work out. I don't think I necessarily need all 4 of these colors, but I'm still going to use it anyways because I would much rather have more than what I need rather than not having enough, especially because the hair that we're working with is not only 250% density, but it's also 26 inches. So I would love to cover as much ground as possible. I mean, speaking of as much ground as possible, honestly, let's read these instructions because I don't want any type of surprise. 1.74 fluid ounces. Hey, so 1 portion of this, which is the color itself, needs to be mixed with 1.74 fluid ounces. Let me Google what that is. Again, I don't want any surprises, and I want to make sure that if I do get this right, you guys are able to duplicate it as best as possible. So let's see, 1.74. This is essentially 1/4 cup. So that being said, I'll be back. I'm gonna put my gloves on before anything else because we gotta preserve the nails, you know? So essentially it says that one of these tubes calls for the exact measurement of developer. So 1 part of this to equal part developer. Each tube is 1.74 fluid ounces, which is roughly less than 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna use this for reference. I'll probably just stop this right before it gets to the rim. I'm gonna start with the red color. Am I crazy for thinking that it would actually be red pigment coming out of here? Get as much of that as possible so that our measurements are quite literally exact. Okay, so now that we have it all in the bowl, I'm gonna mix 4 portions of this. Again, this is a 1/2 cup, so I'm gonna let it get close to the rim, but not quite. Cheers. 4. And this is just about the consistency that you should get, or hopefully should be aiming for. I've never been more annoyed in my life. Like, that was a waste of time, waste of money, waste of effort, waste of energy. Like, the color did not lift at all, and maybe I put too much belief and hope in the hair itself, but like, we all know that that's not raw hair, right? So it's not going to lift like virgin hair, you know what I mean? So I think because I know that the color I wanted was dark, because of that I was like, okay, let me just get 20 volume developer. And in my head I was like, maybe I should do 30 because I'm not sure that this hair is even gonna lift as well with 20, but I know that if I did that same exact thing on raw hair, it would have lifted. And I could tell within like 10 minutes of applying the dye onto the hair that it wasn't gonna lift, because it just didn't seem like anything was changing. So I decided to just go ahead and wash it out, and I knew that in washing it out I'd be able to see more of its true pigment. So I let it air dry for some time, which is additional time that I'm spending on this. And yeah, it didn't lift at all. So now I'm vexed. I have to spend more money to get the same exact products, just with 30 volume developer this time around. And I could tell that the color was going to be exactly what I wanted, just if it had lightened a little bit. But it's better that it's me than it's y'all, right? Better me than y'all. At least that way you can learn from this mistake. And I think what's even making me more vexed is the fact that I have not eaten today. So I should probably stop and get food first, because child, I have a headache. It's 2 o'clock. I'm just over it. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed the new goodies from Sally's. I essentially got all the same things except for one. I got the same exact ones of this Chroma Garnett, the True Reds, because I found that 4 was actually like a good, if not perfect, amount. The only thing that I got differently is the purple color. Like, this is more so the color that I wanted for the purple. The other one was like a little bit bright, and it was also like a little red. The only thing is the other one was the same brand, if not similar. Well, it was the same company but not the same line of this one. But this one's a totally different brand, totally different line. So I feel like mixing them together will be a little tricky, but I feel like what's the worst that can happen, you know? I'd rather do it. If you guys can learn from it, you can learn from it. If I learn from it, I'll learn from it. But I did get 30 volume developer this time around. But then I'm also thinking, like, because the previous one kind of lifted like a smidge, it lifted like half of a hue. Do I want to use 30 now and then increase that a little bit more, or do I want to go 20 again and increase that just a little bit, so it's like almost 30 if I were to have done it the first time around? I hope y'all understand like the math that's going on in my head. But this is what it is about like coloring hair. There's so much math and geometry and architecture and calculus even that comes with it. Like, I'm high-key tired. I feel like my whole day has been wasted. I'm hungry. Speaking of hunger, I actually ended up getting some boba to at least make me feel a little bit better, because I'm so upset. Like, I got this mango fantasy smoothie, I would call it, with strawberry popping boba. So yeah, I'm gonna head back home and reattempt it, and hopefully this time around it turns out even better. Fingers crossed.
Another witness said and the fact that he in the area at the time. 9 of these suspects. 11-year-old Susan Maxwell's body. Her murder. Senior police officer in person. Other but very nearby, but far. These girls see them.
This one-day project has turned into a 2-day project. I've gonna have to whip up another batch of this hair dye. It is 3 parts red and 1 part purple. Both of the colors are different brands, so I'm really hoping that it mixes well together. But so far so good. I mixed the purple one first and made sure that that was thoroughly mixed with the developer before I went ahead and added the red one. Being a black girl at this point is just way too much for me. I still have to take down my cornrows. I still have to wash my hair. I still have to actually get the hair installed. And thankfully the install is going to be handled by someone else. Also, thankfully my install is not until next week. So I'm just happy that I did this like days in advance, so that if there was any error, you know, I'd be able to like fix up and have time to like make corrections. So I'm happy that that worked out, but at the same time I'm not happy that this part of the process is being extended when it really could have been a very simple process. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and put it all on the hair. We used 30 volume developer this time around, and as you guys can see, this hair did not lift like a single shade. It looks the exact same. In the light you can see a little bit of purple on it, or like a little bit of red on it, but this is not a lift at all. So we're gonna try this again, and hopefully this time around we get something to work. Yeah, fingers crossed at this point.
Police officers in every single underwater diver seen Sarah alive down an alleyway in like the direction in the area where Sarah had been abducted, kilometers away, which indicated that she was likely rendered unconscious before being put in the water. They also determined that she had been sexually abused.
And I'm forced to let you go. That's what's spreading thin on us too. Hate to see you lose control. Now I must spend all my time thinking of all your lies and cover-ups. I'm switching up on everyone who loves you, but that doesn't stop the show. I think you should know that, baby, you're for so long and ain't hit no thunder. Now we let all our Hollywood dreams and then a blunder. I may never see you again. I hate when the summer ends, but it always would. And you'd always be disappointed, cause you're insecure. Chasing things you thought you wanted, like you thought you could. Just get further away from and if Hollywood is home, now it's just a house that is haunted, where I spend all my time thinking of all your lies and colors. You're switching up on everyone who loves you, but that doesn't stop my soul. And I think you should know that, baby, you're the reason. You always take the only one who leaves.
All right, my loves, voiceover Lex checking in here, just to update you on what you've missed. But as you guys can see, we are now at our hair appointment. I mean, I washed and blow dried my hair the night before, and I've been experiencing like a bit of a dry scalp recently, so I did a whole like hair dandruff treatment, all of that to just nurture my scalp and my strands. And as for our unit, girl, that second attempt was another absolute waste. So I had to go ahead and do a whole nother coloring session to it, but I will give you guys the rundown on that at the end. But for now, enjoy the install.
Fulfilling, or did I just fill my void like a fool? Yeah. That final night, when you said, damn, I'll miss you, I believed it did not, cause it felt like the right thing to do, yeah. Cause it feels like I owe you for all those years of happiness you brought me.
So I am officially done with my hair. I actually love the way this looks and I love the way it turned out. My only qualm is that this just didn't extend out. Like, not too sure if you guys know about the Lagos hairstyle, but it's like this hyper realistic hairstyle, and I had the privilege, I would say, of getting it done when I went to Lagos 2 times ago. So I kind of wanted something similar. I didn't want it as like obnoxious as that one, but I wanted something similar. However, it's like in order to achieve it, you have to create your own hairline from scratch, like completely from scratch. So you have to overly extend the hairline all the way forward, even past the original hairline. But the thing is, we kind of started it at the original hairline, so it has like this weird dip to it. So I'm sure that like whenever I take this out, I will readjust everything so that this like, you know, fully comes out or whatever. But other than that though, I really love the hairstyle. The thing obviously happened on both sides, but I'm not too mad at it. The plucking is really good, and then I also love the color of it. It's like you can barely tell that there's color to this, but I don't know, it it just kind of ate. Like, it just kind of ate. I'm so obsessed with this. So let me fill you guys in, because I ended up actually bleach bathing this hair, because again, you guys saw the struggles that I went through when it came to this hair. I tried doing that original method with the 20 volume developer and then with the 30 volume developer. It still didn't lift, so I ended up just bleach bathing the hair. Essentially what I did was dunk the entire hair in bleach and like hot water, but I can do a separate video on that if you guys are interested. But I lifted it slightly, and then I added a combination of 3 other colors to get this color, and it's quite similar to the original color that I wanted. Like, I think in different lighting you can see it more, but that's exactly what I wanted. Like, I want you to like almost have to guess, like, did she color her hair? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the vibe that I was going for. But I just keep looking at myself, because like, God really did create. Like, God really creates. And I barely did my makeup. Like, my makeup looks so good today. Yeah, I just can't stop looking at myself today. But anyways, the install looks good, the color looks good, I'm pleased, and I really thank God for blessing my hands and the hands of my hairstylist. Like, this was true teamwork. It really took a village to get this hair to work out the way it did, and the village also includes you guys, because y'all really came on this journey with me. Anyways, yeah, drop a black heart if you watched this far. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I will chat to you guys later. I'm about to go get something to eat because I'm starving. But I'll chat to you guys later. And as always, lots of love. I'll see you for next one.